Soon after September the 11th, I was in New York doing some research, and it was a very strange time to be in New York. There was a very strange atmosphere, and I was staying in a house, and the man who owned the house showed me something very bizarre. In the basement underneath the house, he had found traces of a 17th century Dutch house from the original Dutch colony. So every city is built up of layers of history, and it struck me that even events like September the 11th, they happen in a context, an historical context. So this poem is called Messiah of Manhattan. The Jewish girls in the library of the Theological Seminary have the new hatched look of nuns. Their legs are naked and pale and flash like fishes' flanks when they cross them, perched on high stools as they scroll through time on their screens, pilots of a ship landed here at the top of the island. Below us, the rest of Manhattan steams, limping into its posthumous existence, muted, shorn, strangely diminished. Up here, there is the sound of fountains without water as the light floods through the huge windows. In the elevator, a girl with old-fashioned hair smiles at me like a messenger from the future. Surfacing, I zoom up to the 5th floor, rare books section, to meet the grim Dutch prose of Pastor Thomas Kuhnen. With gloved hands, a bad-tempered Russian hands me the book, one of 26 printed in Old Amsterdam in 1669 of the Christian era. While Peter Stuyvesant was milking his cows in the green fields of New Amsterdam, Thomas was herding human souls in the New York Babel of Smyrna, where he saw the false Messiah with his own elected eyes and wrote a sober account for his masters, the Dutch East India Trading Company, assuring them that time had not yet ended. They trusted no Messiah but the hard gold in their purses and the cold storm in their churches, not even the wave which carries this brittle book to my hand, floating above the wrecks of 1,000 ships and 6 temples. Down at 42nd Street, the shuttle weaves back and forth to Grand Central Station till its steel wears out or the people have left, the people who paint angels on the firehouse walls. But I can tell them there are no living gods here. I know the waters will douse the phoenix's ashes, because down at ground zero we saw the seawall exposed, holding back the ocean like the gills of a great fish.